EMC, excellent mic controllers. Each must come, fulfill the quota. Every man can prove he's a soldier.
This is DJ D-Zine. It's that time in the evening. We've got EMC in the place. They're going to be performing at the Jazz Cafe tomorrow evening, so make sure that you get down there and check that out. I'm sure you can find your way there. You know where it is, Camden Town. We're going to get into this now, ask a few questions. Hi, everybody. How you doing? You okay?
What's up, son? What's up, y'all? What's good?
Yeah. I'm glad to hear that. Lady Leshurr's in the house as well. How are you?
Hi, I'm all right.
Good. So I hear that you've been collaborating on various tracks for years. When do you decide to become EMC?
It all kind of started in 2006, I would say. We had been touring together for about 5 years, and people got used to seeing us on stage together. And somebody on the internet kind of threw out the idea, why don't you guys do a group? Or I heard you might be doing a group. And so we, hadn't really thought about that, but we said, let's do one record and see what the reaction is. So we did a song called Four Brothers.
Oh, yes.
We released it for free and threw it out there, and people went crazy, and I said, okay, well, let's do this. Let's do an album.
Okay, so it was sort of an organic thing more than...
It really was. So we decided to work on an album. So the whole year, 2007, we worked on the album, and it came out in 2008. It was called The Show.
Oh, yes.
And we toured for the better part of 2 years off that album. And, then we started doing solo stuff and other projects. And finally, everybody got the free time at the same time to come back and do this new project, which is the EP called The Turning Point, which just came out.
So tell me individually about your history. I know you've all had individual things. I know Punch and Word have done their thing.
I'm Wordsworth, a Punchline and Wordsworth. We had an EP out, and then I did a solo album called Mirror Music and another solo album called Photo Album. And I did the MTV Lyricist Lounge show.
Oh, yeah.
And this is Punchline right here, one half of Punch and Words. Also part of the Lyricist Lounge crew, as far as the projects, Volume 1 and 2. Also, me and Words together on Tribe Called Quest, a Love Movement album as well. And also songwriter, ghostwriter. I can't really give out who, but that's why I'm the ghostwriter. And pass it to my man Strick.
Yeah, like you said earlier, this is Strick. I had a deal with Tommy Boy Black Label back in the day, and then that put me in a position to meet Masta Ace. And then I pretty much been rolling with him and the crew since about 2001. Put out a mixtape in like 2007, and then the EMC album came out in 2008. And just been doing a lot of features, and then this new project came out on May 20th, and got the album coming out later on this year.
Masta Ace. I've been coming to the United Kingdom since 91. My first tour over here, I opened up for Public Enemy and EPMD at London Arena, 15,000 people. That was the first time in my life that I ever saw that many people in one place. And I couldn't believe that people on this side of the world knew my songs and knew my records. It really blew me away, and it opened up my mind to the world and the possibility of music taking you beyond where you live, your block. And ever since then, 5 solo albums, 3 special projects, 4 counting this one right here, and just continuing to try to make good music and entertain people the best way I know how.
I'm from Birmingham. My name's Lady Leshurr. I've just been putting out mixtapes, and I'm working on an album at the moment. I supported people like Busta Rhymes, Redman, Method Man. I'm going to be supporting EMC tomorrow. It's going to be a great thing for me. And yeah, I'm just working on my album at the moment.
Oh, that's great to hear. I've seen you do a few SBTVs.
Yeah, done
and
SBTVs.
The lyrics flowing out of you are like gold.
Thank you, man.
So the EMC tour, is this a tour? How long is it going to be?
What we're doing right now is not really, I wouldn't call it a tour, but it's like 5-6 shows in Europe. When we leave England, we're going over to Germany. We're going to do a couple of shows in Germany, and then we're going to do a show in Portugal. And these are just kind of setup shows just to kind of get people aware of the EP, that it's out. When we come back in the fall, that's when the new full-length album will be ready, or about to be ready. And then we're going to do a full-out tour. We'll be doing all the UK dates. We'll be going throughout the UK, probably 5 to 6 UK dates, and then a bunch of shows back on the other side of Europe.
The recording process, do you just jump in, everybody in a sort of a freestyle cypher and then write off that, or do you just sit down, take your time and really just write and write and write?
Usually what happens is Words is pretty good at like getting beats. People email them beats, and Punch also. And they kind of sift through kind of the whacker beats and make sure that we that they send me and Ace like the beats that they think that we're gonna like. So it's not, because we get beats all the time. It's like overwhelming at times. So they take the time to listen to these beats, and we usually pick what we all four like. Sometimes we go with, sometimes 3 people will like it, and then the 4th one will just be like, all right, I'm gonna do it. But most times we get 100% vote on it, and then somebody will take the lead and write the first verse, come up with a concept, and then we all will follow with verses and then tighten it up at the end.
So what have you got planned for the actual gig itself tomorrow night? What have you got, any surprises? Or I shouldn't even say that, because if it's a surprise, you don't want to say it.
Right. We're going to entertain the people at the Jazz Cafe in a way that maybe they haven't been entertained before. We put a lot into our stage show. When we leave here, we're going to rehearse. Like,
wow.
I know that there are a lot of groups out there, or a lot of just hip hop acts, period, that just kind of go up and wing it.
Yeah.
And they just kind of turn around and tell DJ, yo, throw that next joint on, and they rhyme it, and then all right, cut that, kill that. Let me see what I want to do next. We really take time, and we have a well-coordinated, choreographed show with a specific beginning, middle, and end that we hope that people are going to really bug out when they see.
When you say choreographed, I know you're not talking about dance moves.
Hey,
but
you never know. You never know.
Hey.
I've seen a picture of Ace with 2 other dancers dancing from way back in 1988.
Way back.
Yeah, way back. So that's the show tomorrow night. Is it just one show in the UK?
Yeah, for this particular trip, it's just the one show, right, in London at Jazz Cafe. But like I said, we'll be back in the fall to do a more extensive trip through the UK.
Okay, in a few minutes, I'm going to play the brand new single, Charlie Murphy. Anybody want to talk to me about that? Give me a little feedback on how that one came together?
Well, the fellas had the track for a little minute and was vibing with it. And I guess he was just vibing, and first thing that hit him was that word Charlie Murphy. And Charlie Murphy, being the hard-hitting character that he is, was the perfect way to just smack everybody back with our rendition of it.
Okay. Speaking of everything getting out of hand, when you did Slaughterhouse, not against gangster rap, but the proliferation, the amount of gangster rap that was around at the time. Did you get any backlash from that, from the so-called gangster rappers?
I didn't get any backlash. I'm sure I know for a fact there were people that were upset about it, because I run into people now, like in the 2000s, they go, yeah, man, I remember when you came out with that, we felt like you was dissing the West Coast and this and that kind of stuff. But the one thing that came out of that album, in terms of backlash, was the creation of a group called Westside Connection.
Oh, yeah.
Ice Cube, WC, and help me, Mac 10 formed the group Westside Connection based on, they said, we want to show what West Coast is really about, because that's not what he's saying is not what it's about. And Ice Cube spoke about that in the interview back in the 90s, that's why they came up with that group.
Okay, all right. So punch and words and punch. For some reason, all day yesterday, I kept saying wordsmith. I don't know why.
People make that mistake sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm not.
But he is a wordsmith.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only one that says it though. When you were with Lyrical Lounge, were you there as part of just for the albums, or were you part of that sort of clique of MCs that were constantly at the Lyrical Lounge?
We were at some of the events. That's how we got on the Rock Y'all, because actually Q-Tip was hosting the event, and the next day called for us after he seen us perform. So we were in the environment in that, and that's how we got on that. And then that's pretty much how we partook in it a lot. And then also from rhyming in those ciphers, recording the album, there was a cipher of me and a whole bunch of other artists freestyling, and that's how the TV show came.
Oh, wow.
So all of that is pretty much in the same realm of everybody hanging out together.
And how was it getting that TV show?
It was fun, man. We did 2 seasons, and I think it also spawned a lot of. That's my man right there, Baby Power, that was on the show too. So it actually, I think, spawned a lot of other shows to have freestyling on TV, because that freestyling on TV wasn't really out like that.
It was non-existent. It was non-existent. Lady Leshurr, how does it feel being surrounded by these four? I mean, I know you're a lyrical genius on your own level. How does it feel to actually be involved in this? And how did you get involved in this?
It's a funny one, really. It's a pleasure to be like involved in any project they do.
Of course.
Legend, so it's a pleasure. I actually can't remember how it actually came about. I've already got a song with Wordsworth already, where we're just going back, spazzing, and we're going back and forth. And then they asked me to do like a hook on their song. So I was like, wow. And at the time I was in America, so I had to record myself because there was no one around to record. So I recorded myself, and I recorded like 3 different types of choruses for them, and I just sent them back over, and then they picked which one. So that's how it came about, really.
So the single Charlie Murphy, I'm going to play that in a little bit. Have you got ideas for the next single yet, or still working towards the whole album as a whole?
Well, you know, the game is not really a singles market anymore, so it's really just about trying to shoot a video for as many songs off your project as you can, and really sell the entire project instead of trying to sell individual records. But we shot a video for the song Verified, which is off the EP, and then we're going to be shooting a video to a song called Sweet Potato Fries that seems to be a pretty good fan favorite at this point off the EP. So we'll see. You know, if we're able to do more videos, we'll do more. But we're definitely going to be definitely 2 more videos coming besides the Charlie Murphy video.
Well, I haven't heard the song, but I'm a fan of Sweet Potato Fries as a whole, so I'm looking forward to the song to come with my lunch.
It's a tasty song.
Yeah. I mentioned it before we actually came on air, but Spun a Web, getting the sample from Coldplay, how did that work out? Or was it just used and not cleared, so to speak?
Is exactly what you said. The reason that it's not on the EP, because it's not on the EP, is because we didn't get clearance. It was going to be too expensive, too complicated, too much red tape. We had the sample. We loved the sample. We laid the song, kind of knowing as we were laying it that we're not gonna be able to come.
Yeah.
So it just became a record to just throw out and leak and get people ready for the EP. And it served its purpose. People really liked the record.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear it. Look, I'm going to wrap things up. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
EMC, Lady Leshurr. I'm DJ D-Zine. This is Westside TV. Thank you very much for joining us. Going to play Charlie Murphy right now, the single, and make sure you jump into the Jazz Cafe tomorrow evening and enjoy some great hip hop. Not good hip hop, great hip hop. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Thank you.